Where are we heading, Tom?
We're in Chicago, Illinois. We're going to arrest public safety threats. We got all of government approach. We got U.S. Marshals, we got FBI, we got ATF, we got DEA, we got ICE, we got HSI, we got them all here. So the president's plan of all of government to attack illegal alien crime in this city, we're going to address it today, starting now.
Sir, please, I don't care what Brandon Johnson tell you, please come clean up Chicago, Illinois. We need you, Tom Homan. This place sucks right now. And like you said, our city sucks because our governor sucks and our mayor sucks. You were absolutely right about that. And I mean, it couldn't get more broad than that. And I just really appreciate you coming here, just speaking to the people of Chicago, you know, listening to us more than our own mayor. You're actually doing a better job than the mayor is when it comes to listening to us.
Guys, as you can see, there are literally people begging. I'm talking hands and knees. Please come to Chicago and get rid of these illegal aliens. And Mayor Brandon Johnson says, no, I don't feel like it. Matter of fact, I'm going to help you. I'm going to help prevent you from being deported.
We will continue to protect civil and human rights, and we welcome all individuals and families who want to work, live, and thrive here in our beloved city. The Welcoming City Ordinance is a law, and it is the law of the land here in Chicago. We intend to continue to empower all of our communities throughout our city. On the city's website, chicago.gov, we offer a Know Your Rights resource guide providing all information, tools, and context that our immigrant communities should know.
This fool, clown, idiot is going so far out of his way. I'm not exactly sure what his motivation is and why he is ignoring all the people who, you know, actually voted for him in favor of supporting a bunch of people who probably won't be able to vote for him for a long time. I don't really get it. You could argue maybe he's playing the long game and maybe the Democrats were doing that. I'm not really so sure. I mean, maybe you could argue that, but there's a sneaking suspicion I have that I'm giving them too much credit, giving them too much mental and strategical prowess rather than looking at the simple truth that the radical left Democrats simply want to be contrarians. If Republicans say it's good, then it must be bad, right? So illegal immigration is bad according to Republicans. So Democrats just think that it must be the greatest thing since sliced bread, okay? It's the greatest thing since the tire was invented, okay? It's the greatest thing since sex. Like, these people are crazy. And today, Mayor Brandon Johnson out there in woke behind Chicago, that is no doubt going to elect another stupid unhinged leftist, probably another black dude or black woman or something that is maybe even worse than Brandon Johnson, because that's just kind of how they roll. Out there, this fool had the dumbest rant I think I've ever heard. If you can't handle stupid, dumb people that don't know what the hell they're talking about and love to gaslight and race hustle and emotionally rile people up, then do not watch this next clip. Go ahead and drop a like on the video and you know what to do after that. But if you want to see this so that you could laugh with me and be in shock and awe at the sheer foolery and stupidity that you see, stay tuned.
Tom Homan showed up in Chicago and within 24 hours found a convicted sex offender who has been living in our city since 2009, flouting the sex offender registry. If he can do this, why can't you?
Because that's their job. That is their job. The federal
Their
government
job's not to keep
has
the people of Chicago
responsibility
safe.
to make sure that individuals who are undocumented, who have been charged with, convicted of a crime, it is the federal government's responsibility to do their part and uphold the law. Our local police department, along with our public health department, along with our other sister agencies, are working to build a better, stronger, safer Chicago. And as we've stated repeatedly, those critical investments, you continue to see the results of those investments as violent crime continues to fall in Chicago. Thank you very much.
Just follow.
Oh, yes,
I was just trying to clarify something. Yesterday, your corporation counsel was stepping in to address the issue about whether you'd go to Washington. When I reached out to the committee, I was told that the chairman of this committee, who wants you to testify about Sanctuary City, expects you to be there, and if not, they will use whatever means they have available, including subpoena power, to require you, to compel you to be there. Will you go voluntarily, or will they have to be forced to compel you?
Just as a preface to this, guys, for those of you guys, if you have no idea what the hell's going on here, Chicago is a major sanctuary city, okay? Like a lot of these Democrat strongholds, and even after Trump was elected, some places literally voted to make their cities sanctuary cities to protect illegal immigrants. Chicago has been like this for a long time, I think long before he was even the mayor, and now they're trying to shut that down with executive orders and whatnot, and the states are fighting back against it, and of course he's one of the people that's doing it. Let's keep going.
I wish the next time you talk to the committee chair, ask him if he would be interested in doing a hearing on how reparations can transform people's lives. Just ask him, but here's what I'm getting at. This oversight committee, of all the things that they want to have sight over, they should look at the White House right now. That White House is being ran in one of the most raggedy forms of government that I've ever seen. If anybody is questioning whether or not what our country would look like had the Confederacy won, there should be no question now. They want us to be afraid.
This is so stupid.
Do not be afraid, Chicago. Whether it's an invitation or a subpoena, I'm always going to stand up for the interests of working people, and I will not be intimidated by some weak individual who won't stand up to an individual who believes he's a supreme being right now. You're worried about Chicago? Look in your front yard. We have a president right now who is obfuscating his responsibilities that should be very clear based upon the Constitution. He is rejecting the Constitution of the United States of America.
This dude literally is saying that he doesn't want to support the Trump and deportations, and he's actively going against it. And part of the Constitution is protecting the sovereignty of the United States and immigration law. So who the hell isn't supporting the Constitution? And your own residents of Chicago is begging you for help, and you ignoring the hell out of them, and you ignoring the black people too, because mainly black people that's the main ones upset because the illegal migrants, they was just shoving them all into the poor black communities. Like, here you go. Hey, look, remember that little piece of bread you got? You go ahead and share that with these illegal migrants coming in. Soon it'll be more of them than it is of you.
And if they want to have a real discussion about undocumented individuals who are criminals, they should look at the very individuals who enslaved my people and colonized this land. So whether it's an invitation or a subpoena.
Dude, you wasn't around during slavery. What the hell are you even talking about? Slavery was quite a while ago. I can see you said civil rights movement, Jim Crow or something, but now you're talking about enslavement? You know, there's only one U.S. president who has a family history that's never owned any slaves. You know who that is? Donald J. Trump, you dumb son of a bee.
People of Chicago will not be intimidated or threatened by any individual who is unwilling to look in their own front yard of where the real threat to our democracy lies. Thank you all very much.
Are you stupid or something?
I feel like this dude is the equivalent of if you had like a version of The View that was filled with like these woke behind beta male boule type black men. This is who you would have. People that were, I mean, arguably give the cackling hens of The View a run for their money in terms of stupidity, because this was pure foolery. Every time you criticize this guy, he wants to bring up being black and how they're the oppressors and something about slavery. And it's like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, it's a way to just distract people. It's like, it's literally like you got a dog who's focused on something and you just want to get him to do what you want him to do. So you dangle some food in his face and then he heals. And unfortunately for a lot of black folks, when you start talking about slavery and civil rights, it's like a trigger. You know, it's almost like, you know, the hypnosis where they like dangle the watch and, you know, eventually they got complete control. And whatever they tell you to do, they snap their fingers and then you just right there doing whatever the hell they want you to do. Brandon Johnson is a master at this, and it's very sad. But if you I don't know if you guys could hear it, but in that clip, you kind of can hear people like, like making all these stupid, dumb noises as if they were agreeing with everything that he was saying. This, guys, is mental weakness. It is pathetic. Okay, like we understand that not every white person in America is good. Okay, we understand this. However, not every black person in America is good either. Okay, there are good and bad people in every single group. And the reality is that, yes, are majority of white people in power still in America? Absolutely. However, there is clearly a shift. Like, dude, you're a mayor. They keep electing black people in Chicago. And guess what hasn't happened? You haven't uplifted the people. They're still poor as hell. They're still broke. They still barely know how to freaking read. And your focus is on stuff like migrants, illegal aliens, illegal immigrants, and LGBTQ type stuff. And the black folks is still sitting there complaining like, man, what happened? I thought you had my back. Okay, well, go ahead and vote Democrat again and see what the hell happens to you. You get what you vote for. You know, I'm a type of person who does feel sorry for people, but I don't know. I feel like by the day, I just start feeling less and less sorry for people, but that's just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching that black anomaly. Rising. I'm out.
Well, look, I was there 2 weeks ago, and I spoke to the people there, and you're right. I said the mayor sucks and the governor sucks because of them protecting illegal aliens in your city, especially criminal illegal aliens. Their number one responsibility is protecting the communities. So look, I made a promise 2 weeks ago that I'd be back, and I will be back. When this operation starts, I will be in Chicago. And men and women at ICE are going to be on the streets doing their job. So I appreciate your support. And I met with, when I was out there, I met with black pastors, I met with leaders of the community. They're all on the same page. The only one on a different page is the mayor. And we're going to prove to him that we can come in and make that city safer with or without his help.